On the first topic of this presentation, we're going to talk about project management called Scrum. Scrum is a framework that embraces iteration and incremental practices, helping teams deliver working software more frequently. It is a widely adopted method for achieving software agility. There are 3 roles. Scrum team does the work, Scrum Master makes sure the team works in compliance with the Scrum rules, and the product owner represents the customer. Scrum enables us to prioritize our work that matters most on tasks broken down into subtasks. This is done to collaborate and communicate members on the job and those who need to get the job done. It's about delivering our work more and responding to feedback to ensure invited clients or customers that the working software is successfully iterated and tested to meet or exceed expectations. So, how can we implement this? Well, Scrum provides project process with a series of iterations called sprints. At the start of each sprint, planning meeting is held to discuss our work that is to be done. Each team members need to be present and prepared. And weekly during the sprint, each team members share what they worked on the prior day to identify and further discuss what we will work on today. Then for sprint review, we demonstrate what we have worked so far and get feedback from a client. And for sprint retrospective, we reflect on the sprint. This is done to assess any problems in the sprint to guide us any opportunities to improve in the new sprint. This iterative cycle can be repeated until enough work has been completed. Our team will keep on improving and iterating quickly as we receive more feedback from our client to deliver quality and functional software application on time. I will now pass on to Omar, who will discuss communicative tools and its benefits. Omar?
Thank you, Abdi. How we communicate. Asana is one of the project management tools used in collaboration among teams. It is an environment which enables teams to plan, collaborate, assign tasks, and monitor the progress of the project. Asana plays an important role in software project management because it helps our team to anticipate the constraints and problems and plan, organize and control the risks that might hinder the success of the project. If a project is not well managed and planned, it will fail. The application helps the project leader to add or invite team members to the project after creating the project, set out the task, add names, add timetable description, set priorities, and add images, documents, and much more. Project leader can assign tasks to members with an option to set deadlines, complete tasks, and more. Our team adopted the use of Asana. We use Asana to plan, organize, assign tasks, comment on progress of the project, and put up deadlines. Most of our meetings are on Microsoft Teams. We meet and have been having weekly meetings, and communication have been happening via WhatsApp messengers. This means we are always in contact with each other, and communication can happen at any time and not just set days. Also, our team decided to use GitHub to keep track of our coding and allow for optimal workflow. Like I said earlier on, we use Asana as a medium to collaborate and work as a team. We meet 1 to 2 times or 3 times per week, between 1 hour to 3 hours. And so far we have had 16 meetings, and everyone in the team participated in this project. I will now hand over to Anna. Thank you.
Thank you, Omar. This use case diagram was produced using Visual Paradigm. Use case diagrams often contain subsystems to fulfill the requirements of complex systems, like aircraft systems, but in this case, subsystems are not required. The functionality of the ePortfolio system is represented in this diagram. It exemplifies the relationships between the actors and the use cases. On the left side of the diagram is the apprentice, which is the main actor, and on the right side are the tutor and the employer actors. On the following slides, we'll have a closer look at the diagram, analyze use cases and associations with actors. These use cases are to do with membership. The apprentice shall register, whereas the tutor will have a preset account. All users can log in with username and password, which includes a validation of the user inputs. Part 2 shows the tutor can view a list of apprentices, and in this page, he may select an apprentice row to view a specific portfolio. All users can view the portfolio page and search by keywords, where the tutor must update the evidence status as complete or incomplete. Finally, these use cases are to do with editing the portfolio. All these actions may be performed by the apprentice. When editing the portfolio, evidence may be uploaded into the template. Evidence can be viewed as a list where the apprentice may choose to delete items from this list. Next, Hugh will present the design prototype.
So, to create models for the system, we initially started by hand drawing sketches of wireframes for how each page on the website would appear. This gave us a rough idea of how the website would look and what we should include. To then finalize these sketches, we took to Adobe XD, which is a tool that allowed us to create digital versions of our wireframes. We created wireframes for each individual page that we are going to make within the website. And then within each page, Adobe XD had tools to create individual elements within the page as they would be laid out on the website. There's a video here. Adobe XD also then allowed us the ability to create base level prototypes by linking elements within each page to other pages, showing how the final website may function. And here you can see the prototype functioning within Adobe XD. And then I will pass it on to Abdol, who will tell you about activity diagrams.
This activity diagram shows the user's workflow and steps, also choices of action. What is an activity diagram? Activity diagram is another important diagram in UML to describe the dynamic aspects of the system. Activity diagram is basically a flow chart to represent the flow from one activity to another activity. The activity can be described as an operation of the system. This part is the apprentice can check if they filled in the details in the registration correctly. If they have, then the system will save the apprentice details. This will notify the admin. The apprentice will need to check if the courses are available. If the courses are available, the system will save the course option that the apprentice chooses in the system. This will notify the admin. The apprentice will need to fill in the details in the apprentice list. The system will save the details on the apprentice account. This will notify the admin. The apprentice will need to fill in the evidence entry details. The system will then save the apprentice evidence documents to the system. This will notify the admin, and the apprentice will then submit their details, and then they can view their account. The system will then register the apprentice into the system. This will notify the admin. The apprentice can log into the system with the apprentice ID and password for the first time. The system creates and sends mail about the apprentice ID as well as a password. This is the end of the PowerPoint. The next slide is the reference page.